Welcome to Sequel. This week we're talking Talladega Nights 2. My name is Blaise.
I am James.
So we're going to get right into it. It's been 11 years since Talladega Nights, the first one. I honestly think when that movie came out, it was like revolutionary in a way for comedy. Like I think comedy was kind of dead, and now Talladega Nights came out and people were just like, oh my God, Will Ferrell is so funny. It kickstarted a wave of movies that were just about weird ass sports with Will Ferrell in it.
Right, yeah.
Like Blades of Glory. All like it's just it was kind of like a revolution for comedy.
Movie too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, there's just like all the like what sport can we do with Will Ferrell? Like they should have done a curling movie.
Soccer
let's be honest.
coach dad too.
Yeah, exactly. There's all these movies, but anyways, Talladega Nights 2, it's going to be the legend of Ricky Bobby, because the first one is the ballad of Ricky Bobby. Mm-hmm. This is the legend of Ricky Bobby. Mm-hmm. He's lost everything. It's 11 years since the first one. He's lost everything, even more so. Like, I know in the first one he loses everything, but he literally went to Vegas, put all his money on black, and it was red.
Oh, man. Just something as easy as that.
Something as easy as that. He put all his money, because like you could double it if you just put all your money on it.
Right.
He put everything, lost it. He had moved his family to Vegas with him,
Poor Amy
and they
Adams.
all left him.
Is Amy Adams back?
Who was she? Did she hook up with someone in it or something?
No, she's just she's like
he's lost everyone. He's got to go find her again or something, because she's gonna be like his assistant, right?
Well, she was like his assistant, and
he'll find her again. Maybe I didn't even actually think of Amy Adams in it. I forgot that she's in it. But anyways, yeah, his wife Carly has left him. She took his children, Walker and Texas Ranger. Those are his kids' names, if you remember.
Is Carly the blonde girl from the first one?
Yeah, that's his wife. But anyways, he lost everything. He's gonna try and get back, but the way it starts is like he's in Vegas and he's like an alcoholic. He's all messed up, but he ran out of money. He only has like literally $1 in his wallet. So he goes to the liquor store and steals Four Loko and like is running out, and then like gets in his car. And like the shopkeeper's like chasing him and calling the cops, and like it's just some crazy chase where he's just like drinking the Four Loko while driving and like trying to just evade the cops, and he's like mooning the cops. Like it's on live like television, and he's like mooning the cops and shit like in the chase, and it becomes famous of like this guy who'd moon the cops while in a chase. But he's such a good driver that he like evades the cops, everything, like, and they're just like the cops are looking for this guy who mooned them. The only thing they have is like a picture of his ass, so they're like just looking. They're just like, they send in the FBI is literally looking at like trying to like find him by staring at people in the casinos like asses and shit, and just imagining it without pants on to see if it's the right like going into bathrooms and shit, like I don't know, it just be like something I think could be so stupid, but like the only thing they have, somehow like they couldn't get a picture of his face while he was driving the car. They could only he was so fast, the only thing they could get is his ass while he was like mooning the cops, and he was like fuck you and shit. But anyways, that's kind of like the idea I have so far. But because he was like evaded the cops, these big guys in Vegas, like big thieves, like hit him up with some Ocean's 11 shit. Like, dude, we got this. We have everything ready for this crazy heist that we're gonna pull, but we don't have. The heist is gonna be at like EDC or something. Like they're gonna steal like all this money as like a rave at the end of the movie.
Why not make it George Clooney as the ringleader?
It should be.
Also?
Yeah, it really should
be
be
a really funny guy.
It really should be, because we haven't seen George Clooney in like a comedy. I feel like in a while at least.
And he is really funny also.
So yeah, it would be they want to do this like crazy heist, and they need a getaway driver, and it's got to be Ricky Bobby.
Okay.
And like the new thing will just be that Ricky Bobby, he's not only like one of the best drivers ever, but it's like he's now gonna be this like crazy heist driver, because he's not racing anyone in the movie. Like maybe he does a couple of street races like Fast and the Furious 2 style, but at least in this movie it's gonna be all like racing the cops and shit, and like evading the cops. Like I want it to be like a crazy action like action comedy, because the first one, the racing scenes are actually really like entertaining and fun, and like they're pretty good.
Adam McKay was like on another level. Like he was like, what he brought to comedy like felt like it should have been like he could have been doing other movies like action movies and stuff, and he definitely showed that with the other guys, I remember.
Definitely. And the thing with these movies is I think that it was like that was the success, you know. it was Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, and then Adam McKay. It was like that trifecta.
Right.
But because Adam McKay chose to do like more serious movies that are great, like I love The Big Short. It's in the movies that they're in now, it's like, or the Will Ferrell movies, it's just like they're kind of lacking that like actual good direction.
Right.
Like they get some director that's just, it's just not quite, the chemistry is not quite there. Maybe
And
like
the writer's room also, he's like been absent too. So
yeah, so I don't know. That's the thing is like Adam McKay is freaking hilarious. I mean, if you look at like the internet, The Landlord.
I got my money.
Hey, don't call me. I'm a grown man.
the clip.
But yeah, it's like that was Adam McKay and Will Ferrell just hanging out at their house, and like it's one of the most viral videos like ever made. Like they are hilarious.
Isn't
together.
it what kind of created like Funny or Die also? Or
That was the first video for Funny or Die, and that's their company.
Yeah.
I honestly wish they like, and maybe in a couple years or something, like they freaking come back and make like just a killer comedy.
Yeah, I'm
You
sure
know?
they will. Yeah.
Because they are really funny together. It's just missing that. Like I'm sure they're still great friends and everything,
Yeah.
but it's just missing that kind of chemistry that Will Ferrell had with him. Like, and a lot of the jokes kind of went through. Where I feel like looking back at like Daddy's Home, I just feel
Or
like it
Get
didn't.
Hard or
They didn't like. There was just something there that you couldn't quite put your finger on, but it didn't work. Like Will Ferrell's still really funny, but it just there was something there that didn't work.
right, exactly.
But anyways, that's kind of my idea for Talladega Nights too.
I dig the take. Definitely the ass photo is really cracking me up. But I'm curious what happens to John C. Reilly's character because he's the homie.
I kind of just wanted him not to be in it, but he does have to come back at some point. I think maybe it would be that he owns like a casino or some shit,
Okay,
or something. He's like the kingpin of all. Okay, I got it. He's the kingpin of all of like Vegas and shit. Like he's the what's that guy Wynn? Like Tony Wynn is Tony? No, that's Tony Gwynn. I'm thinking of. But Dave Wynn. Shit, what's the Wynn
I
Towers?
don't
and shit?
know who you're
He's like,
talking
or
about.
like a Trump. Sorry, Trump. I don't know. Steve Wynn. Sorry, it's Steve Wynn.
Okay.
He's like, he has a big tower that says Win on it and
Gotcha.
shit. He is basically just a really nice casino. I would think John C. Reilly's character would have like that same kind of thing where he owns a huge casino in Vegas now. Like he's invested his money.
I see.
Well, maybe to be honest, the film actually started with them going to Vegas together, and one put their money on black, one
Gotcha.
put their money on red. John C. Reilly doubled his money.
On Red because
Will Ferrell.
Big Red and stuff.
Yeah, Big Red. Will Ferrell lost
Yeah.
all his money,
Yeah.
and then he ends up owning a casino and everything. And the heist that George Clooney puts together is actually taking down John C. Reilly.
Oh, okay.
And then at the end, it would basically end with them chasing each other in cars and shit.
Yeah, but then somehow though they get in a crazy action crash. So they're like, "I'm sorry, buddy," and just like, yeah, because that was their like relationship. I remember John C. Reilly steals his wife like for a point of the movie. Yeah, and then he's all asking like, "Hey, I think there's a ghost in the house and stuff." Like he calls like, "Why are you even calling me? I hate you." And it's just like, "All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow." Yeah.
But the real question is, would the Frenchman come back? Probably not. No, maybe he's a
'Cause he's the
detective
main
and shit.
guy, yeah.
He's like Pierrot. He works for the FBI or
After
some
he's been
shit.
taken down by a worthy race car driver,
Yeah.
he took a new line of business.
The person who can't return, I'm sorry, rest in peace, Michael Clark Duncan. He's probably like one of my favorite parts about the first one.
And he was really funny. I
Yeah.
remember. You got to cut the meat around the knife to get the knife out. I need to rewatch that movie. That's actually cool. It still holds up. I still remember a lot of the lines, but I haven't seen it in years. Though.
No, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like all that
If you don't
shit.
chew Big Red, then fuck you.
If you're not first, you're last. But anyways, yeah, I loved it. I definitely recommend. It is on Netflix right now, so if you guys want to check it out. Thanks for the comments about getting back to it and coming up with a sequel idea. It was a lot of fun. Go check it out on Netflix if you haven't seen it in a while. It definitely still holds up. It's really funny. Also, getting into what we're going to be talking about next week, we're going to also go back to the comments, and we received one saying, what would you guys do for a cabin in the woods too? So that's going to be your movie for next week. I hope that you're going to be flexing those muscles, because this one's going to be kind of hard.
It's a tough one, but I'm pretty excited to dig into it.
So guys, tune in next week. We're talking Cabin in the Woods 2.